I'm gonna invite y'all to come with us where the corners pop.
Do the throwback Thursdays, do they ever stop?
They sure don't.
It's magical land not far away.
All you have to do is just press play, so
hop on the couch and close your eyes.
We're gonna party like it's 99.
So join us, watch the little movies of our life
With
Blockbuster
Wives.
All right.
Welcome to Blockbuster Wives, where your two favorite 90s babies talk about movies from the era of a certain blue and yellow video rental store. I'm your host with the most late fees, Shea Baby.
And this is Stacy, not always kind, but always rewinds. And you're listening to
Blockbuster Wives. Ow.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. I love you. We love you so much. We mean it.
We mean it, and we hope you've had a wonderful Matthew McConaughey.
This is the third and final. I was going to say final.
No.
The second to last. Almost the final, if you please.
And it's the final for us because we actually recorded next week's episode in the past. So you'll be hearing an older version of us next week.
Whoa.
Well, younger, I guess, actually.
Oh, that is weird because you say, oh, like an older video. No. It was a younger video.
Younger.
Why do we say that?
Oh, man, language, bro.
That's so
like, why do you
weird,
like
dude.
drive on a parkway and park on a driveway, man?
Never thought about that. I'm going to be thinking about that all day as I drink my coconut water.
Yeah, Shay's on coconut water because she's had a bit of an upset tummy today.
Thanks a lot, fucking Chili's.
So rude.
I thought I could count on you. I thought I saw gods in this Chili's tonight.
What?
I literally said that yesterday as I was there. This is why religion and I just don't mix. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. But it's like I had the science infection at the beginning of Matthew McConaughey. And now you got a little something. The Blockbuster Wives have been strug.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's because it's our final month before our break.
That's true, guys. We're so tired. So we're going to be taking all of June off. I'm not kidding.
You know what, though? It will be nice to have a little breaky break.
It will be. I mean, we do this like every week. For a while, we were being good and like watching a bunch of movies and recording all at once.
Yeah.
But lately, it's been like every week, like scrambling, like, oh, we got to record.
I know. It's hard to even find just a couple hours because we've been so busy.
We're busy.
But you know what? We're here. We're ready to deliver because we love y'all. And yeah, we have to give it to you real McConaughey-like.
But what's cool is while we're gone, you can use our shiny new Discord.
I have two like rock symbols up right
Yeah.
now with my hands. We both do.
We posted about it on Instagram. We need to put it in our bio. By the
Yeah,
time
we
you
do.
hear this, it will be in there.
And our link tree.
In our link tree. We should also put it on our website. But yeah, all that link will be there, and you can join the Discord. Discord, if you don't know, is a messaging platform. So if you aren't familiar with Discord, you would have to create an account. But then once you create the account, you'll be able to join they call them servers. They're basically like our little clubhouse. And there's multiple different things you could talk about in the clubhouse.
Oh, yeah.
And Shay and I are on there. We're checking out the posts.
Yeah.
We'll be doing posts.
Yeah, and the best part about it is free.
$3.99. Yeah, some podcasts only let you join the Discord if you're a paying customer. Not us.
Not us, because we're not selfish bastards.
All are welcome. Unless you say something crazy, and then you will be kicked out.
Which, like, I think just goes without saying. If you're, if you listen to us, you know what the fuck is up. You know what would be unacceptable. So just shed it. Mm-hmm. But not
like
yet.
any slander of Keanu Reeves. You're out of there.
Or Jackety Blackety?
Oh, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
We have to protect our daddies, okay?
But yeah, I'm excited for the different convos as more people start to enter the chat, so to speak. It'll be...
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, literally. It'll be... I don't know why I said so to speak. Literally entering the chat. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what everyone talks about.
Yeah, all the gamers are already all over Discord.
I know, that's my... I'm so new to this shit. Like, I have no idea how anything works. But you know what?
She's there.
We're both there. Stacy and I are doing our thing. So here we go.
I'm always rewinds.
And you're listening to... No, I'm just kidding.
And your name is Late Fees, right?
Huh?
Your name is Late Fees, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm Late Fee 69.
I should have known.
Of course. I have to end it all with a 69. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But yeah, feel free to join our Discord. Again, free. I have the app. I don't think you even need the app if you have like a desktop or whatever. You could just like hop on the website. But the app is pretty chill too. Mm-hmm. But anyways, why don't we get into Sahara?
Sahara, our first action Matthew McConaughey movie.
That's right. And I have corporate bullshit right here if you guys want to jump right in.
Corporate bullshit.
Some bullshit.
All right, Sahara is an language, American action adventure film. It was released on April 8th, 2005, directed by Breck Eisner, which there were like no more movies that he directed that I saw. Like,
wow.
Pretty, like there were a couple, but I had never heard of them.
Well, maybe that will all become clear once you announce how much this movie made.
Yep. It's based on the best-selling 1992 novel of the same name by Clive Cussler.
Y'all, I have so much Clive Cussler knowledge to drop after Shea's done.
Oh, I'm excited.
Stay tuned.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so not only is he an author of 80 books, but, so you might be talking about this might be part of your thing, but he's also an underwater explorer?
Like James Cameron looking ass.
Yeah, and he was the founder and chairman of the National Underwater and Marine Agency, which has discovered more than 60 shipwreck sites. Wild.
So cool.
Unbelievable. Stars Matthew McConaughey, of course, of Matthew McConaughey, Penelope Cruz, and Steve Zahn. And I just wrote, follows a treasure hunter duo who partners with a WHO doctor, get it straight, to find a lost American Civil War ironclad warship in the Sahara Desert.
Dang. Beautiful.
Thank you. The budget was $160 million.
That's a lot of fucking money.
So much fucking money.
$160 million.
$160 million.
In 2005. And that is action movies, though. I feel like they cost so much.
So.
Like every explosion, it's like, that's $5 million.
I know, we can only do it once, and then they have to do it twice. Yikes. And then they made their box office number.
Oh, no.
It's not that bad, but it's pretty fucking bad. $119.2 million.
Okay, so could have been worse, but it lost money.
They lost millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. Crazy. It does not pass the Bechdel test, if you can imagine. Has a 38% critic score.
Wow. So double Wedding Planner, but still not good.
That's so crazy.
But what was fucking Dazed and Confused? Like 90-something?
Yeah, I think it was 93.
Good lord.
And then the audience score is 53.
Okay.
Still not the average
not
number.
Great.
Roger Ebert gave it 3 stars.
Okay, what? So he loved it?
Yep. But he did, a quote from his was pretty funny. He said, "It's like a fire sale at the action movie discount outlet."
It really is.
And yet he gave it 3 stars. So I'm like, what?
It's so funny.
He's all over the goddamn place, and I never know how to peg this man.
I loved it. And everyone's like, okay.
He's wild. Okay, and then I also screenshotted some stuff because there's some beef with this movie, okay?
Ooh.
Soy, let me grab it.
So was Matthew McConaughey upset that it wasn't like a resounding success?
Yeah, there was like some weird marketing techniques that he used for this. Oh my god, because he produced it too, right? He was one of the executive producers.
So it's like he lost money personally.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But I'll get into that in a second. So, it was shot mostly in Morocco, and apparently part of their budget, like the reason why they spent so much money, $160 million, was because they had to make like monetary bribes to the Moroccan government that were not like legal on American soil type shit. Mm-hmm. And so everyone was like, wait, what the fuck? And the author was like, dude, I'm going to sue you guys. Like, you can't just fucking do this. And they also said he was going to be
the author was going to sue the Moroccan government?
No. Was going to sue, like, production. Because they were just like, they basically promised him, you're going to have full, control of the script. You're going to have full control of this, that, and the other. And he had, like, no control whatsoever. And he's like, fuck y'all.
Yeah, like, this is my book.
Yeah. So I believe he sued Paramount, LOL. Don't know how that ended up. But Also, let me read this costs and bribery allegation. Okay. Initially greenlit with a production budget of $80 million.
So half.
Yep.
Holy.
Costs rose to $100 million by the time shooting started and had ballooned to $160 million by the time production wrapped, with a further $61 million in distribution expenses.
Holy cow.
Yeah. And in 2014, the Los Angeles Times listed the film as one of the most expensive flops of all time.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy that they thought it would cost half as much.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like $80 million, which is still so
a lot,
much.
but had it been $80 million, they would have made a little profit.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, even then, they would have only made a relatively small profit for how much they made. Crazy. So to promote the film, lol, Matthew McConaughey drove his own Airstream trailer, painted with a large Sahara movie poster on each side, across America, stopping at military bases and many events such as the Daytona 500, premiering the movie to fans, signing autographs, doing interviews at each stop. I guess the highlights of the trip were on this E-Entertainment, they made their own little special to coincide with the release of the movie. So they did all this extra shit.
Wow.
Just for it to flop so horribly.
And what's crazy is Clive Cussler is some of the most popular books in America. So it's if you would have just told everyone it's a Clive, if you called it Clive Cussler Sahara, I feel like more people would have seen it.
Yeah.
Because dudes love this shit.
Hell yeah. And honestly, I can see why they would love Dirk so much. And it was supposed to be a James Bond type deal. This was supposed to be a huge franchise. And this was just the first step into the franchise. And
yeah, and that kind of, I'll keep this in the corporate bullshit section since it is kind of about that.
Yeah.
So I went through a huge Clive Cussler fan where I read a shit ton of Dirk Pitt novels.
Oh, cool.
And they really are just romance novels for dudes in that they're very formulaic. They follow the same beats. You know it's going to be fine in the end, much like romance novels. They're the same way.
Yeah.
But, there's explosions and guns and history and all this dude catnip, which I also like.
Yeah.
I like romance novels and these kinds of novels.
Yeah, you do.
But there were, I feel more popular Dirk Pitt novels that they could have started with. I think it's odd that they picked this one, especially since this one doesn't really involve the sea at all. Because, so Numa, that organization you mentioned, is in the books. Clive Cussler writes it into the books. Oh. So a lot of their stuff is related to water or sailing. And they have the one scene where they're in the boat, but that's about it.
And even then, they're still in the desert.
Yeah, but they have one
or you mean earlier
with the Titanic. They have ones with where they're going down rivers and lots of seafaring ones. So I thought it was interesting that they chose the one that's so not that to start off with.
Yeah, and they did make, I think there was another movie. I think the Titanic one was a movie in the 80s.
Oh, really?
But it flopped.
Dang.
Almost even worse.
Wow, poor Clive Cussler. Maybe you should just stick to novels.
Yeah, that's why he's pissed, because he's no one is allowing me the reins. I feel that's probably the issue.
Yeah.
I think he just wasn't in control. And
yeah. Well, they probably just shouldn't have spent that much.
I know. That's so much money.
But one quote from Wikipedia about Clive Cussler novels that I thought were really funny and very accurate are that they generally involve megalomaniac villains, lost ships, beautiful women, and sunken treasure.
Period.
And then another quote from that page, which is so true, is Cussler's novels almost always begin with a chapter set in the past. These contain none of the novel's main characters and often seem disconnected from the plot until the main characters discover a mystery or secret relating to the events of the first chapter to the rest of the story.
Interesting. They did the same thing in Jumanji.
Yeah, it's very formulaic. It's a good action blueprint.
I think so too. It kind of sets you up to be oh, this is what the day.
I wonder where this will go.
Yeah. That's very interesting.
Yeah. I think they're the perfect library books because you get them from the library and they're these big, hardbound, plastic-coated, just fun novels that you can read in a few days by the pool.
Were they made for younger audiences?
I think they were just made for men.
Okay,
to be honest.
in general.
Just men who like adventure stories.
Got it, okay.
I enjoyed them too, but I definitely wasn't their target audience.
Well, Stacy's also a huge, marine fiend.
Yeah, I love a vessel. I love a voyage. I do like that he incorporates history. It's like pop history, and he never gets too into the details, but it's still fun.
Stacy loves history and boats. This is like totally your thing.
Yeah, they're so fun. And they are fun. And it's like, I think Clive Cussler like knows they're ridiculous. Like Tom Clancy writes serious adventure novels where he's like, this is very accurate.
Yeah.
And like, I know shit, blah, blah, blah. Clive Cussler's like, we just want to have a good time. Bang, bang, beautiful women. Let's go on the boat.
Let's grab a couple brewskis. Let's head out on an
And
adventure.
like, how are we going to get out of this one?
Yeah.
And it's always like something random happens that saves the day.
Of course.
Super fun.
The fact that they like always knew exactly what to do at every moment, I'm like...
And the explanation is always just like, we were in the Navy. And I'm like, I don't think they teach you that in the Navy.
Yeah, I'm like, did you really deal with this back then? No, you didn't. Shut up. But... yeah, I feel like I really do like the formula of this movie. I love the friendship he has with Al. It reminded me a lot of Us, just like the way that they were like, this is my boyfriend, this is my partner. Like, I don't know. It was very cute. But yeah, it was, what's the word I'm looking for? It was a little too much, you know?
It's too long. Too many action scenes, probably.
Definitely too long. Oh, I don't think I even said how long it was. I know it's 2 hours. It's like 2 hours and something. Mm-hmm. Like 2 hours and 2 minutes. Yeah. Some shit like that. Yeah. But yeah. And that's corporate bullshit.
Corporate bullshit. And
hell yeah. Also, I don't have a lot of notes because it was my first time watching the movie. So I was just paying attention. Also, I was dying, so.
Yeah, I do feel like it's hard to have a lot of notes about like an action movie like this because like the main point of the movie is to have these visually stunning action sets that we can't really like.
We can't really talk about that. Yeah, but we'll go through them anyway. Of course.
Yes. I do like that we meet Penelope Cruz first. She's the first character you interact with. She's a gorgy queen. She's a doctor from the World Health Organization, which when I first saw this movie, I think I saw it around the time it came out, I didn't even know if it was real or not until COVID. And then everything was the WHO and all the conspiracy theories, and they set all the rules about the pandemics.
I wrote that in here too.
Yeah,
I was like,
I had no idea they were real.
Yeah. It seemed, I mean, because in these types of movies, there's always like a weird abbreviated, like, you never know if it's real or not. Like, I
didn't know Numa was real.
Yeah. Oh, Nuvo is real.
Numa, yeah.
Or
like,
Numa, yeah.
Kessler actually formed it and actually, like, does ship hunting. Like, what?
Oh, damn. What the fuck?
Cool.
I didn't know that either. I wrote, I went in knowing nothing about the movie, just so everybody here knows. And then I also wrote, the boat cannon scene from the very beginning reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. And that just carried on through until the end.
Yeah.
Like, the very beginning, I was like, Pirates of the Caribbean. And then the end, I'm like, oh, Pirates of the Caribbean. Same type of shit. Treasure hunting. Being on a boat. Cannons firing off. That's all I'm saying.
Cannon will fuck your shit up.
Yeah.
We saw that firsthand.
Yes, we did see that. Well, yeah. Also, when she went to see someone who had the outbreak and she like touched them with her gloves and then she just like put her gloves in her car, I was like, girl.
I was like, what are you doing with that?
I'm like, don't you have like baggies?
She's saving them for later. Yeah, she like puts it in her back pocket. Like,
yeah, I was like, what?
Seat.
Why the fuck did they do that?
Yeah.
You can't do that
away,
shit.
Sweetie.
I'm like, well, you're not good at your job, Penelope Cruz.
I see why they sent you.
Also, might I add, McConaughey looking real good in this movie.
Oh my god.
Probably the best he's ever looked, in my opinion.
Peak muscles, peak tan, peak
dark
pearly
hair.
whites, the dark hair, it's all curly and long.
Yeah, I'm like, hey.
And that is Dirk put in the novels. Like, he's so hot and every woman wants to bang him.
Well, I know I do. Cheers.
Like, check. But it's interesting because Al Giordino in the books is like a small Italian man. And it's funny that they chose Steve Zahn instead. I don't know if Matthew McConaughey just like liked him or they had good on set. I mean, I did like their chemistry.
He was perfect,
it was
yeah.
a good choice. But I'm sure people who read the books were like,
I'm one of those people usually. I'm like, they don't look anything like their book. But I do think, well, first of all, that's really funny. But also, I do think he was great in the role. As someone who reads the books, like, did he fit, like, personality-wise?
Yes, I think so. But,
Okay,
people get so hung up on the looks, which is obviously the least important part.
Dude, come on. Like, I get why people are like that, but at the same time, it's like, let it go. Sometimes they just need someone who has good chemistry and can read the lines.
Right.
Like,
And does it really matter if they have black hair versus blonde hair or blue hair? No, it doesn't matter.
No, not ultimately, you guys. Come on. Get real.
And then the other two like staples from the Dirk Pitt universe that are in this movie is Rudy Gunn, who was played by Rainn Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
And in the books, he's a little more... He's like second in command under the Admiral, so he's a little more straight-laced.
Oh, okay.
Whereas I feel like in the movie, they played him up to be like, he's the nerd.
Like nerd, but also like he'll go along with whatever they say.
Yeah,
shit.
and then the last one is the Admiral, played by William H. Macy, who I thought he killed it, Mr. Seagar.
Oh, yeah.
And in the books, yeah, I think he's like 1-to-1 book movie. Like he's always just like, guys, stop it, we have a mission to run. And then
Answer
like,
the phone.
and then he's like, you boys, what am I gonna do with you?
Well, what did he say? Oh, they pulled a Panama, like he already knew. That was amazing. I did like all their chemistry together. It was very cute.
Yeah, so those are like the 4 solids. And, every book, Dirk Pitt gets a different, beautiful woman. And I guess to Clive Cussler's credit, they're always like doctors or marine biologists or like pilots or like very smart and accomplished women who do help save the men. Like, they're not just damsels in distress. They always have an integral part in, like, saving their heinies.
Which is so cool. Like, what year were these books from?
Like, 80s and 90s.
That's sick. Because even now, men write women as just damsels, which is like, dude, fuck all the way off, bro.
Like Da Vinci Code.
I didn't see that. But I heard lots about it.
This isn't a book, but National Treasure. We need to do it.
We're going to do it.
So bad. Nick Cage's treatment of the woman is psychotic and maybe criminal. He's terrible.
We need to get him on the podcast. I know this.
Love you.
We keep saying that. Diabolical, and also we love you and we need you on the pod. Okay. Also love that Al is wearing a suit and hat combo.
Oh,
like
yeah,
a trucker
at the,
hat.
dinner.
I'm like, hell yeah, that's me.
So
AF.
hot.
So me.
Yeah, and at that dinner, I did think it was really nice that the Admiral says that Numa wants the history to stay with its people.
Yeah.
And that's like their mission. They're not like here to take shit and then bring it to like the British Museum. Like they're here to unearth it and give it back.
As they fucking should.
Right.
Since the British has everything. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, in this movie, anytime you see a movie set in Africa, you're like, uh-oh. And while they definitely did a lot of dumb stereotypes,
Totally.
I think the movie also went out of its way to show, like, just people living their lives, doing their thing. Like, They weren't always cast as, like, the villain or bad guy.
Right. Yeah, I think they did a good job at that, too. I was worried as soon as it was, like, shot in Africa. I was like, uh-oh. Oh, no.
But it's not all the bad guys are black and all the good guys are white. Thank God. They didn't.
Thank God. Especially something written in the 80s and 90s. You never know what the fuck they're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Yikes. Oh, also, McConaughey said something like, the world would be a lot cooler if they did. And I was like, dude, no fucking way.
We know where, we know what he's fucking doing.
That was pretty funny.
Have you ever ridden a camel?
Huh?
Have you ever ridden a camel?
No. Have you?
Uh-huh.
What? Oh, yeah, when you went where?
It was in India.
Sick, okay.
The riding experience was fine. However, they smelled so terrible.
Really?
And I don't know if this is like just the company we were going through or what, but they literally would tie a bag around their backsides to catch their shit as they walked, and then the bag just stayed there with you the whole time.
Wait, how long were you riding it for?
Not even that long, but I was like, I'm going to throw up. Like, this smell is terrible.
A shit
Less than an
bag?
hour for sure.
That's
Not a long
tied
time.
them forever?
But I felt like they, as animals, just smelled terrible, too. I did not like.
I believe, did we talk about this before? That I believe that camels are actually native to North America.
Huh.
Isn't that weird?
Interesting. We do have a lot of desert here, too.
Yeah, they were here, and then they migrated over other places. Yep.
That's so cool.
Pretty crazy. I can't even imagine a fucking camel just walking through Mojave, like, what?
I can. Where'd they go? Why don't they still mob around here?
I don't know.
Bring them back.
Bring back the camels, bitch. That's the side
Actually, I don't
of history
know why I
I'm
said that. I
on.
did not enjoy it, but...
Well, speaking of riding camels, the line that I thought was really funny was McConaughey was like, remember Morocco? And then Al was like, oh, where you made me ride that camel that bit my ass? Yeah, why? And then the next scene, immediately, they're both riding camels. And I'm like,
So
yes!
cute.
They're very cute. I love them.
And shortly after that, there's a scene where this is so stressful. Penelope Cruz is stuck at the bottom of a well
Bruh.
while bad guys are after them. And her tight-ass sidekick is, like, totally covering for her and being like, she didn't come. She's not here.
R.I.P.
And the warlord guy is like, you better tell me where she is. By the way, I get these special bullets handmade in London that are like 30 pounds a bullet. And the doctor just goes, you should put the money to better use.
Fuck yeah.
Like containing this plague. And I was like, he does die?
Dude.
Approximately 20 seconds later, which sucks. But he went out like a G.
He really did. That's what I was thinking that too. I was like, you know what? If I were to go out in that sort of way, I hope that I would go out trying to protect my fucking friends. And
Like,
also saying
you anyway.
Huh?
Well, they're going to kill you anyway. You might as well try to give her a shot.
Exactly. If you're in that position, this guy, he's a fucking dickaroni sandwich, obviously. So he's going to fucking kill you.
Extra dick.
Might as well try to protect, you know? Which he did. What a sweetie pie.
He did, and it worked. She gets out.
Yep, she does. And then she, like, shoots that guy, and then...
She's always saving their bacon.
Saving the bacon. I gotta say, I hate action movies, you guys. Hate them.
You just think they're boring, or...
Yeah, it's hard for me to stay interested at all. Once I hear, like, 1,000 gunshots, I'm like... and even Al, like... my head explodes. Even, like, 3/4 of the way in, Al goes, I'm really sick and tired of getting shot at. And I'm like, that's how I feel.
Like, you and me both, pal.
Yeah, I'm like, it's just not interesting to me.
Do you have a favorite action movie? Like, are there any you like, or you just, like, do not fuck with them?
This might, like, this has to count, but it's a subcategory. I'd say for sure, like, Goodfellas. Goodfellas is in my top 5. It's absolutely an action movie. Maybe not in the same way, but I'd probably say something like that, which it has, like, a crazy storyline. Like, not saying this doesn't, but I feel like something like Goodfellas is easier for me to stay, like, zoned in on. Because almost every scene in this type of movie is, like, action, 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 action. And I know you love them, but, like, Fast and Furious movies, they're hard for me to watch because it's all like...
I like action movies,
and I'm like, there's nothing wrong with them, it just, my brain doesn't like it.
I do like them.
Is that your favorite?
Action movies? No. But I like them.
No, I mean, like, Fast and Furious. Are those your favorites?
Probably.
Yeah.
They're just so silly.
They are silly.
And I do like the feeling of, like, nail biting where you're like, oh my gosh, are they going to get away?
Yeah. That is
I
an
think
interesting
it's kind of like
feeling.
horror movies. Like, people like horror movies for that reason because they're like, eek.
That is why I like horror movies, too. And you don't like horror movies.
I don't because, at least in action movies, you know that everything's ultimately going to be okay. Like, they're not going to fucking ice the main character. Horror movies, you can
never know.
be reasonably sure they're not going to, but a lot more people die.
Yeah.
And it's usually much more graphic when they show the death. And I'm like, ooh, I don't need to see all that.
Yeah, I don't like that part either necessarily, but yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know why I like horror more than action.
Because, like, especially this kind of action movie, you don't really see, like, the people dying. Like,
No, you
usually
see a lot of,
cuts
like, already
away,
dead
or, like,
people.
You see people fall, but it's not, like, up close on their fucking dying face or anything like that.
And those aren't the type of horror movies that I like. I don't like horror movies that are very gory. Those are not at all what I... Like, Saw movies and shit, I'm like, fuck no, you can miss me with that.
Although the first Saw, speaking of the Civil War, which plays prominently in this movie, when I realized that the plot of Saw is like, he has to saw his own leg off, I was like, that happened like all the time in the Civil War.
Oh my
People
god.
had to be sawing their limbs off left and right.
And then what do they...
Usually not their own, granted. But they just saw that shit off. They give him like a bottle of whiskey and fucking saw your leg off.
Is that when you fucking, like, burn your leg so that it, like, the flesh, like, heals over or whatever? Is that when they would do that?
I don't know. Like, cauterize it? I don't know if they would cauterize it after they cut it off.
Yikes.
But there's, like, pictures. You can. It's really gross, but you can, like, Google, like, Civil War limbs. And this is right when cameras were coming out. So photographers were taking pictures of fucking, I'm not kidding, piles of limbs
I believe
from
you.
the Civil War.
Yikes.
So when I saw I was like, listen, pal.
I'm like, this had been done already. We see where
You're
this
so
is coming
special?
from. He's stealing material,
That
just like
shit
the
off,
Civil War.
all right? Like a man.
That's so creepy.
At least he had a saw. That hiker in that hiking movie had to
Oh.
fucking
Yeah, what was that
rock
called?
his arm off.
42 hours or some shit
Something
like that?
like
Or
that.
72 hours?
40-something. 43?
Yeah, something like that. Horrifying.
He did not have the luxury of a saw.
No. Wait, what did he do again?
He used a sharp rock.
Ugh.
Yeah. So hashtag not impressed.
Hashtag you did it wrong. Okay?
Hashtag you're a big baby.
That fucking, like, it's actually so horrifying. And this is also why I don't like hiking. All right? Don't like action movies. Don't like guns. Don't like hiking. What else can I name that I don't like? Chili's? Old timer
You don't
burger?
mean that. You don't mean that.
You're right. I love Chili's. I don't like their old timer burger. Thanks so much. Never getting that
Use
again.
its government name. I love it.
I'm like, please, listen to me. I only have so many minutes left. Don't eat the old timer burger from Chili's. Okay. My one last wish.
You
Okay.
have to use your platform for good.
This is my one.
This is my contribution to the world.
Lordy. I'm a mess right now. Hello, honey bunny. Okay. Let me see what other very minimal notes I have. Oh, I wrote pretty much at the end, McConaughey is like, Ava, hope you don't throw like a girl. And I'm like, she literally saved your life. Mm-hmm. Can you please?
So dumb.
You're so annoying.
There, like Ebert said, though, this is like action movie dumb trope grab bag. Like one of the tropes I was going to mention is when they go, for example, Al, a little help here.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like that's in so many action movies. And it reminded me of one of this comedian I follow, Delaney Rowe. Have you seen her stuff?
Yes, I have.
So she has like a whole series of like dumb action movie characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be like her like fighting a stuffed tiger. And she's like, where were you when my mother-in-law was in town? She does like all these really dumb lines. And I'm like,
She's
I love
amazing.
it. I love it.
I was going to say another one that I heard was like, we got company. That's such another fucking trope.
An action movie thing.
Bruh.
Oh, and the warlord is like, don't worry, no one cares about Africa. I was like, sad.
That was bars because it's true and it's so fucking sad. It's so fucking sad.
When they're about to blow up the like nuclear plant. Because, okay, the movie is about trying to find this old Texas warship from the Civil War that somehow ended up in Africa. But it intermingles, as fate would have it, with the plot to save the world from a poisoned water supply from a nuclear waste factory.
True.
So they're like doing that. They're at the nuclear waste factory. The bad guy's going to try to blow it up. And they're fighting on the tiniest helicopter pad I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that doesn't even look big enough for a helicopter.
And it also looks terrifying.
So scary.
Like, the part where Matthew McConaughey is, like, clinging from the end, I literally, like, everything in my asshole clenched, like we both hate heights.
Yeah.
That was really scary
And
for
he's
me.
grabbing onto solar panels that would be burning hot.
Oh, yeah.
And they just act like they're not, but that would burn your skin off.
Oh, yeah, 1,000,000%. Mm-hmm. Especially as big as they are so close to the sun now.
He wrote, I hope you don't throw like a girl. Stupid.
Stupid as fuck.
Fun fact, the lame DC suit that Admiral is trying to get to help his boys, but he's just like, I'm bureaucracy. He's in Beautician and the Beast.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wait, and which one was it?
He plays the prime minister. So, like, the main guy with the mustache is, like, the dictator, and he runs everything.
Yes.
But they have nominally a prime minister, and it's that guy.
Oh my god, what a connect. We have to do that movie.
Obscure movie month.
Yeah, we have to do that movie. We love it so much.
And I love in that scene where, or, like, later, the government suit guy is offering them a job. And he's like, you just help the good guys once in a while. And the Admiral goes, who decides who the good guys are? And the guy goes, okay, well, fine. You can do whatever jobs you want. And he's like, okay.
Damn. Got him. Yeah, I truly don't have any more
Okay.
notes.
The last thing I have is that the final scene is them chilling on a beach in Mexico.
Oh, I saw that too.
Or no. I don't know where they are, but I said that's going to be us in Mexico.
It looks like Mexico, to be honest.
It was gorgeous.
It looks as gorgy as Mexico looks. I think they are there.
Well, that's one of our quiz questions, so I don't want to get into it.
Oh, so it's not. God damn it.
But yeah, this is a classic Matthew McConaughey action movie. It's very similar to another movie we almost did, but I vetoed it because it also starred Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson, which will be our next week's movie. But it's Fool's Gold. Also a great action movie. Also deals with sunken treasure. It's great.
I haven't seen that movie, but I've heard a lot of good things about that one, actually. So we're going to have to cover that one.
Ebert did not like it as much.
Ebert didn't like it as much?
I don't know why.
Who knows? He is such an enigma.
All over the place.
Like, I truly never know what he's going to say. I just imagine when I love a movie, he'll hate it. And then the movie that I'm like, it's all right. He's like, 3 stars. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then he's terrified of the Grinch. Like, what are you fucking talking about, bro?
Scared.
My guy.
What do you think about this in the Matthew McConaughey pantheon?
I think it needed to happen. I feel like he was made for, I think he was made for romantic comedies, but I also think he was made for action movies. I think he did so well in this movie.
Yeah, he's a great action star. He's like fucking ripped. He has the charisma. You believe that he's in control.
Yeah, he has like a sense of humor about it. And I think him and his quote unquote sidekick are like very, I think he did great in this movie. And honestly, not a huge fan of action movies, but if a second one came out or whatever, I would definitely see it because I really like him and I also really like Al and I love their relationship together.
They are very cute.
So it'd be worth it to me to watch it because of their relationship.
And I do think it's hard to find just duo action movies. I think there was a shift towards team action movies like Fast and the Furious.
Oh yeah.
Where it's a team or The Departed or The Italian Job. A lot of action movies hinge on a whole squad of people doing stuff. And I think it's rare you find an action movie where it's 2 people.
Yeah.
And they rock it.
They did great, honestly. They did really great, and I really like Penelope Cruz's, her take in it as well. I feel like she was a baddie, and she, again, saved herself, saved him, fucking was super smart, and, really pretty and really cool. I was at the end when they ended up making out on the beach or whatever, I was like
it always has to end this way.
And also there was no lead up romance to it, I don't think.
No, I do feel in the 80s and 90s it was presumed that if a man saved your life you would fall madly in love with him.
Right.
Obviously.
Now in her case, do I understand why she did with him? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Humana.
But there really was no, you know how in other movies there's sexual tension where it's and then he's like, don't do that again. Or what, I don't know.
I am glad they didn't throw a full-on sex scene in the middle of the movie, which does sometimes happen in these movies, and you're like, these people wouldn't want a bone right now? Are you kidding?
On. They'd be horrified getting shot at.
Would not be the time.
Haven't bathed for days. Just full, you know what? They trauma bonded together though. I will say that's
big time.
They love bombed and real bombed. So that makes sense. But yeah, all in all, not my favorite movie, but because of the characters, I did really like it actually. What about you?
Yeah, and I do think it's I know one criticism of Matthew McConaughey is it does always seem like he's kind of playing the same guy. And I get that. And I think that's definitely true in this movie. However, I do think that he captured the spirit of Dirk Pitt that I know and love from the novels.
That's good. And I'm sure that that's really important to all the people that read the books, although it's sad that it didn't do well. But
yeah, I want more Dirk Pitt stuff. Could be a fun TV show.
Oh yeah,
because I think there's 50 Dirk Pitt novels. Maybe not that many, because he wrote 80 novels overall.
Yep, 80. Well, he's an author of 80 books, but I'm not sure if it was 80.
I was way off. 28 books about Dirk Pitt, but still a couple.
So that's a good amount, and they could create branches of stories off of those 28.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah.
And do you have Matthew McConaughey facts?
Oh my god, no. Oh. I forgot. Hold on, let me look some up real quick. Okay. Fun fact number 1 is he was considered for the role of Jack Dawson in Titanic. And then, I was like, I'm not going to do that, whatever. But then he played Dirk Pitt in this movie, who found the Titanic in another adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting coinkydink. Also, something really sweet about him is after Hurricane Katrina devastated New Orleans, Matthew McConaughey auctioned off his 1971 Corvette Stingray and donated the money to Oprah's Angel Network Hurricane Katrina and Rita funds.
Cute.
Really cute. And then also, when he went to school, was studying law for a short while. Then decided not to do it, but then he played a lawyer in, I think, Lincoln Lawyer?
Lincoln Lawyer, which I haven't seen, but lawyers are obsessed with it.
Really? Oh.
Well, lawyers are obsessed with every lawyer.
Yeah. Liar,
I
liar.
haven't seen most of them.
We need to do a Lawyer Month movie.
Yeah, I've only got Liar, Liar. That's my suggestion.
And Lincoln Lawyer? Or is it not in the time period?
It probably is in the time period.
I
I bet it's 2009, 2010.
Perfect. And then we'll just find 2 others and it'll be wonderful.
I wish we could do My Cousin Vinny, but it's too early.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Actually, I don't know.
Hold, please.
It might be.
1992.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's okay. That's on the list.
I love that fucking
It's so good.
movie. And then the 4th one.
If you have any suggestions, put them in the Discord chat.
Yeah, please do. We have 3 out of 4, so holla at us. Oh, you know what would be a good one, but I don't know if you'd want to watch it. The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, I'd watch it.
Yeah? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Then we have it, baby.
Yes.
Anyway. Well, I'm scared for the quiz.
Don't be scared.
Okay.
You're going to do great.
I don't know.
I'll give you lots of hints
Okay.
if you don't know them. Okay.
Perfect, which I won't. Okay.
What does Dirk get from the underground market guy that inspires him to keep looking for the ironclad?
That coin.
Yep. A golden Confederate coin.
Ah, yes.
Number 2. What is a Panama?
Oh, like what they thought that they were in Panama, but they weren't. They were somewhere else. Were they in Morocco?
I think.
Huh?
I think Nicaragua, they say.
Nicaragua, yeah. And so basically it's an explosion, essentially.
I'll take it. I was looking for when you blow up a boat with a cigar.
Ah, that too.
And I
That's
like
how
at
they
the
did
end,
it.
She's like, oh, is that how it worked last time? And they're like, it didn't work last time.
And they're like,
Okay. Number 3. How does Al stumble upon the ironclad cave drawings?
because he was playing soccer with some kids, and then the ball went into like a cave thing, and then he went to go get it, and he saw the drawings, and he's like,
What are the odds? Okay.
Of course.
Speaking of Al, what is his classic line that he says all the time?
That he says all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Did you say it already?
No. He usually says this before he causes some mischief.
Oh, I don't know.
He goes, "Hi, how are ya?"
Oh, yeah. Hi, how are you? Yeah, and then like slams something into someone's face. Yes,
Blows
dang
something
it.
up. Okay, where do Dirk and his lady love go for the last scene?
Mexico.
It has a little rhyme. He goes, "You, me, and the Bay of
Oh, yeah, Montego Bay? No. I don't know. Wait, you...
It rhymes.
Wait, it said you, me,
and the Bay of Monta.
Ray? Oh my god, this is the worst Mad Libs ever.
That doesn't rhyme.
Hey, Montego rhymes with you.
I guess.
You, Montego. Like, look.
You, me, and the Bay of Montego.
Give me a gun.
No, the Bay of Montego.
No, that was amazing. I did not that great, but you know what? I appreciate the hints, my wife, because I couldn't do it without you.
And shockingly, there was not a witch Sahara character, are you? But I did find a witch Clive Cussler character, are you quiz.
Fun.
From Penguin.
Okay, I'm excited.
Okay, get started. And it's only like 6 questions, so it's super quick.
Cool.
Where would you like to live? California, Washington, D.C., New York City, or Seattle?
Seattle.
Do you consider yourself to be an adventurer? In a sense, I try to live adventurous life, at least. I'll adventure anywhere on the open seas. I prefer to view them as missions rather than adventures. Are you kidding me? Of course. Or, I just do my job. If it turns into an adventure, so be it.
I like the open seas one.
Okay,
I don't do that, but like I would
seas.
if I had the opportunity,
What do you look like? A, doesn't matter. B, I have wavy brown hair and alluring green eyes. Almost there. C, I have the body of a swimmer. D, I'm broad-shouldered, gray-haired, and have bright blue eyes. Or
Hot.
E, I'm tall and lean with blonde hair.
I'm going to go with the wavy brown hair and green eyes, even though I have blue eyes.
Green eyes.
I'm like,
Okay. Well, who would you prefer to work for? I'd like to work in a small specialist branch of the CIA. I dream of being my own boss, even better if I can retire off my earnings. I'd love to work for a detective agency. I've always thought it would be amazing to be part of the United States Air Force. Or I think it would be cool to gather intelligence for a private secret service organization.
Fuck all that except for working for myself and retiring early, baby.
Okay, what is your best quality? My appreciation for good food. My valor. My good looks. My diving abilities. Or my wit.
Oh, man. What was the first one again? Oh, my abilities to eat?
My appreciation for good food.
I'm like being fat. Yes, that's mine, baby.
Okay. What sounds like the best pastime to you? Collecting classic cars, racing boats, donating to charity, reading the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, or messing around with the latest high-tech gadgets.
What were the first two again?
Collecting classic cars and racing boats.
None of those sound
Like,
good
where's
to
the
me.
delicious food again.
I'm like, where's my food?
That's what I would like.
I would probably go with boats just because I like being in the ocean too. So
Okay.
I guess I'll
They're
say that.
calculating your answers. Submit. You are Kurt Austin. You're most like Kurt Austin, the protagonist of Clive Cussler's Numa Files series. Kurt loves the ocean and feels quite comfortable in the open sea. Fittingly, Kurt is head of Numa's Special Assignments Team, a job that means he's no stranger to danger. Above and beneath the waves, Kurt's adventures take him around the world to fight against forces that seek to exploit the world's resources.
Interesting.
So you're like an aggressive Captain Planet.
Yeah, okay.
Hell yeah. Okay.
With bigger
Lee.
tits.
Yes.
Get started. Hee hee. Where would you like to live? Washington, D.C., Seattle, New York City, or California?
California knows how to party.
Do you consider yourself to be an adventurer? In a sense, I try to live an adventurous life at least. I just do my job. If it turns into an adventure, so be it. I'll adventure anywhere on the open seas. I prefer to view them as missions rather than adventures, or, are you kidding? Of course.
I'm like, are you kidding? Of course.
I know, that one's good. What do you look like?
I like the who's asking, or it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever.
Does it matter, bitch? Yes. Who would you prefer to work for? I dream of being my own boss, even better if I can retire off my earnings. I'd like to work in a small specialist branch of the CIA. I think it would be cool to gather intelligence for a private secret service organization. I've always thought it would be amazing to be a part of the United States Air Force, or I'd love to work for a detective agency.
I'd work for a detective agency. I don't want to like work for the government.
Right.
But like, yeah, people like were like, where's my wife going after work? I'm like, oh,
I'll find out. She'd be so good at that. What is your best quality? My good looks, obviously. My wit, obviously. My valor, obviously. Stacy has all these. My diving abilities, or my appreciation for good food.
My best quality. My wit.
Yes. What sounds like the best pastime to you? Reading The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, collecting classic cars, racing boats, donating to charity, or messing around with the latest high-tech gadgets?
Donating to charity.
Oh, damn, I didn't even clock
If I was
that.
dummy rich, that's definitely what I would do.
I genuinely didn't even clock that was an option. That's my bad.
No, you
Okay.
race those boats, girl.
I'm like, boats.
Just
put
boats, you
boats.
idiot.
I'm like, oh my God. You're Sam Fargo. I don't know who that is, but here we go. You're most like Sam Fargo from The Fargo Adventures by Clive Cussler. After cashing out on his successful software company, Sam decides to become a professional treasure hunter alongside his wife, Remy. So close to Remy.
Oh, yeah.
Traveling the globe to uncover long-lost treasure, Sam and Remy collect valuable artifacts, which they then turn to the government. Any profits made by their treasure hunting go back to their charity organization, but that doesn't mean it's all smooth sailing, as they find themselves in plenty of sticky situations.
Hot. Thank you.
Emphasis on sticky. But yeah, well, that's cute. I mean, giving it all to the government is like,
I know. I'm like, okay, what do they need it for?
No thanks. But
No thanks.
I do like the charity part. You would do that.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
That part's cool.
I like that too. Well.
That's it. I mean,
That's it, guys. Is this a pretty short episode?
Hey. No, it's 50 minutes. It's a little
Okay.
short.
Well, listen, guys, we love you so much, and obviously we have one more episode left of the month, but I'm not even sure if we bid them adieu at the end of.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we do because we didn't. I think we realized.
I don't think we
was
really
happening.
clocked it.
But yeah, next week's going to be your last episode until July.
Yeah.
So go back and listen to old ones. Join the Patreon. We're also taking a break from Laguna Beach. Sorry.
Yeah, we it's both of our birthday month, and we just want to chill. Yeah. But starting in July, that'll be post our birthday trip, and so
much to talk about.
I'm sure we'll be giving y'all the skin tea on everything that. I mean, we're just gonna be eating and laying on the beach, but I'm sure we'll have some stories for you.
We'll give you our best meals.
Oh, I'm so excited! My best feature is my ability to enjoy good food.
Fine dining.
But we love you guys so much. We'll be thinking about you.
Yes, we will.
And let us know if you re-listen to an episode, what your favorite episode is and why.
Faux show.
And we'll talk to you in July.
Love you. Happy summer vacation.
Happy summer vacation. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening. Shout out to I Have No Mouth for our delightful theme song and Whitney Vertucci for our beautiful podcast art.
And all of this couldn't be possible without our amazing producer, Anthony, aka DJ Munchausen.
If you have questions for us or would like to advertise with us, please email us at blockbusterwives@gmail.com and please join our Patreon for exclusive bonus content.
As always, please rate, subscribe, and tell all your friends about us.
We love you.
Where are they? They are looking for the
I have to
doctor.
put you on hold. I don't believe this is a normal shakedown, huh?
If you do not get out of your 18, you run the risk of being fired upon. The doctors. We are looking for the doctors. Where are they? Where is the woman?
Sorry, I don't speak English.
You are speaking English now.
No, I only know how to say I don't speak English in English. Uh-huh. Al? Hi, hold on.
Stop the engine.